What's going on, everyone? My name is Grim and welcome back to Geometry Dash. So today we are going to be doing Koenigstein by Woom and many others. Now, as you can see, I already beat this level, and that's because I actually just tried to record this video 5 minutes ago, and I beat the level, I did everything, and I'll put the footage here. Let's go, baby. Oh, woo! Wow, I'm actually surprised. And I beat the level, and then I went to look back at the footage and found out that my recording froze, and it obviously didn't show me playing the level at all. So I have to rebeat it after I just did. Now, I actually fluked this level from like 52%. I got to the halfway part of the level and I fluked it, and which was pretty cool. But now I gotta rebeat the level again, so that kind of sucks. Anyway, so this level is, I would say, not as annoying and as bad as Fizzy Fossils, but it's also not very fun, I'm not gonna lie. And I think as I'm playing levels like this in Fizzy Fossils, and even, you know, whatever else is in the Galaxy Gauntlet, I don't know what the next level is, after playing levels like that, I'm starting to realize my problem is that I'm just so used to older style Geometry Dash levels, like ones from like 1.9, 2.0, even early 2.1, some of the older style of levels where there's not as much happening. I'm just used to those kind of levels. So levels like this where there's a lot going on and, you know, there's a lot of effects and a lot of designs and stuff, it's just a lot harder for me to play them because this is an easy demon and this feels harder than like some of the hard levels I've beaten. You know, and I think that's because a level like, for example, I'll think of a level that I beat recently that's a hard demon, Theory of Firepower. That was like last year, and that's a hard demon. That level obviously was 1.9, so very, very different time. But I mean, even though it's all memory and all, like, you know, skill based and you still have to remember where to go, at least it's kind of clear where you're supposed to go, and, you know, you kind of get a feel for it. Levels like this, it's just so hard to pinpoint exactly where to go, and like you really have to practice them like a lot to know where to go and what to do, and the designs can kind of get in the way of the flow and the feel of the level. And so that's why I didn't really like Fizzy Fossils very much. And this level's still not, you know, I'm not a big fan of this one either. And I think somebody said it best in the Fizzy Fossils comments that, like, creators are prioritizing design and effects over gameplay and flow. So you have levels that look awesome. Like this part, look how sick this part looks. You know, it looks like you're in some, like, molten underground castle. But playing this part is a whole nother story. And I've died here when I really shouldn't. And this robot part too, this robot part is such crap as well. Like, you have to either hold or you have to hit these orbs perfectly or you die, and it's just not fun. Like, that I just messed up on because I was like not focused, but it's just, you know, some of these parts are just not fun, you know. And I don't know, maybe it's just me because I'm, you know, been playing the game for a lot longer. Maybe, you know, a lot of people also agree, but yeah, I don't know. Levels like this where there's a lot of design and a lot of effects are just not nearly as fun as the levels where it's more about the gameplay and there's not as much going on, you know, the older levels, you know? I think if RobTop made a gauntlet of demon levels that were like a lot older, I'm not talking like map packs, by the way, because the map packs are a whole nother thing, because yeah, they have older levels, like, you know, old demons, but those are like some of the oldest demons in the game, and they're not very fun either. So don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that levels from like way back in the day are amazing either, because 1.6 and 7 demons, don't laugh by the way, those levels are not very fun either, and that's why I haven't done too many of the map packs, especially the demon packs, because they're just not fun, dude. They're really not. So, I don't know, I think it's just hard for me to play levels like this, and also, you know, play levels that are a lot older, because those are more finicky and the gameplay's weird, but levels like this, it's just hard to tell what's going on. And this is an easy demon, and this feels harder. This feels like a hard demon, I'm not even gonna lie. This almost feels like a hard medium demon, or like an easier hard demon. This does not feel easy demon. Unless I'm just bad, which I know I'm not, because I've beaten some difficult levels, but this level just feels difficult for an easy demon. I don't know. Some of these parts are very finicky. Like, this robot part is just ridiculous. It's got some, like, Koareta orbs. Okay, I think we're good now, though. Here we go. Okay. This part's not too bad. You have to, like, click pretty early, though, there. There's a spike there. So, this part's okay. Takes some getting used to knowing where to go, though, but it's okay. This part's not too bad. It's pretty fast-paced and fun. And then this duel is just ridiculous. There we go. Okay, we did it again. And I promise this time my footage is gonna work, right? Please tell me my footage is working this time. I don't have to play this I don't have to beat it a third time. Okay, please tell me that it's working. Alright, the footage worked. Okay, there we go. Yeah, anyways, as I was saying though when I was playing, levels like this are just hard for me because, you know, the design and all the effects and stuff, it's harder to focus on what's going on. This honestly feels harder than Easy Demon. I feel like this should be like a medium demon. You know, not that there's like a big difference between that, but it doesn't feel easy. But anyways, so I'll add up the attempts. 166, obviously some of these are from when I first beat it, but it doesn't really matter. 166 plus 37 is 199, I believe. So wow, just under 200. Pretty interesting. But anyways, yeah, it was okay. A little bit more fun than Fizzy Fossils, I will say. So that's cool. Next up we have Jin Chao. I hope I said that right. Which hopefully will be cool. And so yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next part. Peace.